Alright guys, I want to show you how to fix a mouse that does not turn on. As you can see, there's no red button or nothing, and I got my computer running here. That actually says there's unused icons, blah blah. This is a computer I don't use very much, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just using it for testing purposes, and this mouse right here is actually connecting up under here, and if I unplug this, it's still off. If I plug it back in, it turns on, then it just, I don't know, it just turns off. It doesn't for some reason work. I don't understand. But we're gonna take it apart, see just what's wrong with it. I'm gonna test for voltage. And I got a Torx bit on this screwdriver. Let me get a Phillips head. Just give me a second. There we go. I'm going to test voltage coming into the motherboard and see what we got. Because for some reason this doesn't want to stay on. If you keep unplugging it, plugging it back in, it'll eventually turn on. But I don't know, I just get sick and tired of doing that. Come on now. There's no other screws in here, but there we go. There's like little tabs up under here. Just pull up and then kind of slide it back. Now, yeah, see, look at that right there. Now we're moving this here. That means there's a cracked solder joint or something up under this board. So that means there's a cracked solder joint up under here. Either that or a bad wire connection. And it actually looks like there's some wires showing on the ground. I'm not sure if that's part of the problem. Let me just move this. Actually, if I move it both, it kind of turns on. I don't know. Let's get this motherboard off in here. First off, I need to get this wheel off. It just pretty much just pulls straight up. You'll be left with that assembly. Oh shoot, there's actually a spring on there too. Probably goes on the back end of this. Yeah, so you can push it down. This spring actually pushes it back up, so it goes on the right hand side. If you're looking at it from the back, like I am here. I'm gonna go ahead and probably turn this off once I. Yeah, see, I mean, it's like with this connector or something. So it's going to be either a solder connection or this connection itself. So we'll figure that out here in a second here. We'll look for cracked solder joints up under this motherboard. Hopefully there's just a cracked solder joint, because it'll be really simple to replace. Or, fix. Be just, a 10-second solder operation there, and it'll be done. Still have to rewire the whole thing. There we go, and then you got your little reflective piece down here. Moment of truth. Let's see what we got here. Actually, those solder connections look relatively good. I'm kind of pushing down on the connection. There's got to be something with these wires. Like I said, there's this ground wire here. Let me see if I can get this shrink tubing out. There we go. Well, there's the ground wire. Doesn't seem like it's touching anything. Oh. There you go. Fell down on me there. But doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it, except for this bare wire showing there. And that is actually just another ground. That's nothing really too important. You can actually probably cut that off and it still work. It's just the ground connection from the USB port. I'll show you here in a second once I find it. Alright, well, the camera shut off on me, but I found it. I get this camera steady here. Crappy $3 tripod here. That bare wire actually... Oh, now my phone's ringing. That bare wire, you see, yeah, right there. Gotta see it. It actually grounds to this piece there. Metal piece on the outside, which is also just the black ground. It's just a common ground. I'm trying to see if I can tear this off. I'm going to try to plug it in and see what actual wire is not connecting. There we go, I tore that piece off there. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug it back in. And there we go, now it's on. Oh, now it's off. Let's see. One of these wires is not connecting. I don't know why. Probably won't be able to test it actually. But we can test the grounds and the positive. Keep that down there on voltage there. I don't know if you can see that or not. But there we go. It's probably going to be a long video. Apologies. But I'm just going to try to... Oh, there we go. We get 5 volts. We get positive and ground. So we're getting voltage to it. But we must not be getting... the positive and negative data wires for it to tell it to turn on. Let's see if I move one of these little itty bitty wires here. Well, if I move the green one, looks like the green one ain't connecting. I'm just kind of moving it downward. What about if I move the white one? No, nothing. Nothing on the light one. But if I move the green one, it turns on. Well, I don't know. No, they're not turning on at all. We'll see now we're getting something. But actually, I'm just going to go ahead and resolder these wires. Well, that white wire just fucking disconnected completely. Just from moving it around a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and... Whoa. That just turned on. Actually, yeah. Must be the green wire. Or something. I'm going to go ahead and actually desolder that connection. The connector. The whole connector. And resolder the wires directly to the motherboard instead of having this connector there, and we'll see what happens after then, because we're definitely getting voltage to it. We're just not getting voltage either to the motherboard or not getting data from the motherboard to the computer. It's either got to be one of those two. So definitely when you wiggle that connector, it's got to be something with a bad connection. So I want to go ahead and take that completely apart, resolder the connections, and I'll get back to you. Well, I got it all soldered together. And what you want to do next is if you have a multimeter, go ahead and continuity check all the wires to make sure they're not touching, which I already have done. So they're not touching or anything, so I'm going to go ahead and put some hot glue, in between them. And just like that. You don't have to do too much. Let it cool down. And put you up on this little tripod here. And got the other halves here. And just like that. Kind of blow on it a little bit. And put it all back together. Still kind of sticky a little bit. They shouldn't be touching each other. I don't think so. Just kind of tuck it in like so. And usually what happens is the solder connections either come loose from this point, or they can come loose from this little bend right here. And you're constantly moving it with your hand, clicking on stuff and whatnot. And this constantly moves back and forth, up and down, and stuff like that. So it could be broken loose from in here, anywhere. So you might want to actually, instead of cutting it from here, cut it from like here, and then resolder it. So put it in there like that, and then the wheel goes in just like this little spring clip on there. It goes down there, and it fits into a groove. And those two little prongs also fit into a groove. Like that and that. And this, fits into a groove like in there and there. See? So it just fits into a groove like that. I just got a text message. And then you put your mouse in here. Front first. You may have to kind of force it. Make sure your wire is down. And now I also got a phone call. What do you know? There we go. Nope, still ain't down. Gotta get it behind those two little clips some sort of way. There we go. There we go. Put that last screw in right there. And there's also 2 screws that go in the motherboard. But I'll take you out of this and go and plug it in and so see if it works. Computer's in screensaver mode. That's just a crappy computer, I guess. That goes in something. There we go, like that. And, what do you know? The mouse moves around. And it stays on. I'm not going to move it. My fingers are right here. And I'm holding the camera with the other. See? Oh, look at that. That's just a bad connection at the motherboard there. Or it could be in the wires right in here in this section too, where it's, you know, constantly being moved back and forth and all that. So yeah, show contents, blah blah blah, Windows, show contents. But yeah, it works definitely. The internet comes up. Maximize. Like I said, this is a crappy computer, so exit, start, Windows Messenger. See, it all works. So yeah, if you got a mouse that's screwing up, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Dell. Any kind of wired mouse like this, these do wear out over time. I don't care if it's only like 2 years old. It just depends on how often you use it. This wire can, on the inside of here, you know, you've seen them itty bitty wires. They could become disconnected or broken on the inside of here. Either that or inside of the connection. And all you have to do is cut, you know, right about there or something, or right about here. And just resolder it like I did. Just do away with the connection there. I don't know why they have a connector there anyway. But just do that, resolder it, and then it'll work like normal. You know? Perfect. So there you go. That's how you fix a mouse that doesn't respond.